In one of the most popular online games around the world, something terrible is spreading. Like a disease, it festers in the darkness, thriving off of those who never open their curtains to see the light of day. This contagion only continues to grow more out of control, as the unfortunate souls who have been overcome by this infection often don't even realize they have it. Those who do recognize it might not even believe there's anything wrong. Chances are you've already seen players overcome by this illness, but have you noticed the pattern? I'm referring to the sweatiest, saltiest, try-hardiest of players. Hive Skins. In February of 2013, a Minecraft server going by the name of HiveMC opened its doors. During its debut, HiveMC integrated servers for the Herobrine, Trouble in Mineville, and survival games. At the time, this combining of games was a fairly unique concept for a server, and it likely played a large role in the server's spike in popularity starting in October of that year. Along with large amounts of coverage by popular YouTube personalities, HiveMC became the biggest Minecraft server for quite some time, continuing to expand its library of games all throughout its existence. As time went on, however, the popularity of many of the Hive's unique games began to dwindle. Founding games, such as the Herobrine, often became impossible to play due to a lack of players. And so, seemingly being kept on life support by its much more popular Bedrock counterpart, the Java version of HiveMC finally closed its doors on April 15th of 2021, after 8 long years. And while the Hive lives on to this day, it also said goodbye to one of its most beloved games, Trouble in Mineville, a game that was always playable due to its close-knit community of players, most of whom were intolerable douchebags. These players resided within their pretentious bubbles of friends, where they would play the deception game in whatever way would benefit one another, whether this be through cross-teaming, ghosting, or using TeamSpeak in a group call. Really, they did it all, getting their moderator buddies to bend and break the rules of the game to fit their needs. They would thrive off of one another's compliments and shun outsider opinions. Any challenge posed to them from someone would result in blatant abuse from their buddies through cross-teaming or ignoring their killings. If one actually managed to prevail against these sweats, it would likely result in nonsensical banter in the chat, or overly dismissive and belittling behavior from those who were defeated. Many ranked players viewed themselves above others, and to the server's credit, this idea was only enforced by the benefits it provided to those with a rank. Ranked players could join full lobbies whenever they wanted, booting out other waiting players to make room for themselves. And they did. In droves. And rather than playing Trouble in Mineville for its strategical nature and enjoying the various scenarios that could occur within the game, they played it for the stats. We're talking about the ranks. Sergeant, Commissioner, Undercover, Lestrade, Watson. Oh yeah. Don't even talk to me if you have less than 80,000 karma, man. Do you want to see my kill montage? I just reached 300,000 karma! Look! Look! I killed 11 people this round! I'm so cool, right?
Yeah, man, yeah! Woohoo, yeah!
That's what this game is all about, not fun or investigative work. Hey, where do you think all the players went when the Hive was shutting down anyways? I think I may have an idea. Oh wait, never mind. They made a backup server for Trouble in Mineville that remembers all the players' stats. Those sure would suck to lose. Ah, yep, they're still playing here. I digress. After playing against these groups for so long, I finally began to realize something. A pattern of sorts. They all walked around in their fancy, cutesy, pretentious Minecraft skins. They would pass around compliments between one another about their skins regularly. It's almost like presentation really mattered to each of them. Or more so, how they were perceived. And when I began to play Hypixel more frequently, I realized that this sort of pattern rang true on other servers as well. It was because of the high density of these people in the Hive that my friends and I began to use the term Hive Skin, the Hive's true last legacy. So what defines a Hive Skin? Truthfully, the term is very flexible. but more often than not, it relates to a sweaty player who has a skin with any number of these prominent features. Coloring is one of the most noticeable aspects. The colors are rarely ever oversaturated or neon. The skins are made to look appealing, using smoother blending resulting in them looking less pixelated, or they may use softer colors with dimmer tones. They either are made to look cute, maybe by wearing animal onesies, or edgy, with more emo-looking attire. One of the most common giveaways about these skins are the nice black lines they leave on the back of a player's arms. When people download these skins, they don't always realize that they're made to be used on a slimmer player model. Trust me, you'll see it everywhere now. The faces are the most recognizable trait though, as they almost always have bangs taking up half of their face, and massive bug eyes without a mouth. And if you overlap the skins, you might recognize that they all actually look the same, and more often than not, they only change a few features.
Wait, there's lots of other characters if you don't like the Pixie Sorcerer.
No, there aren't. They're all just the same with different costumes.
What happened to a time where individuality was to be desired and creativity was rewarded? I must be losing my mind. Does no one want to put some personality into their player skins? Don't tell me this represents your personality. What is it? Basic? Look at YouTubers, they actually get it! If you enter any Bed Wars lobby, you're almost guaranteed to see one of these skins. In fact, winning the lottery would be more probable than not seeing one. But now, let's check out a quick game, and you can feel free to test out your skills and play along too. Hello everybody! I'm your host, Braden Smith, and welcome to... Is it a Hive Skin? The way this game works is simple. Our contestants will be shown a skin above, and they must guess whether it is a Hive Skin or not. Let's welcome our first contestant, Romanium! Is it a Hive Skin?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the Hive Skins in the audience. It's not the same look, but it gives Hive vibes, because it's very pastel and simple. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say yes.
You are correct! Yeah! Is it a Hive Skin?
That's a Hive Skin.
Good work.
I mean, that one was easy.
Is it a Hive Skin?
Yeah, that looks like a Hive Skin.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's not a Hive Skin.
Then what is it? Is
Well,
it
it
too
does have
colorful?
Is it? Yes, it
It's
does
not
have
pastel.
a cutesy face.
Yeah, I got it. Well, that's not true because I've seen skins like this before on places like the Hive.
Someone in the audience.
Me! Me!
All right, fine. Get on up here. The first skin you will determine is this one.
Definitely. Definitely a Hive Skin.
You are correct. What about this skin? Is this one a Hive Skin?
Gonna say no.
There's not really a nice blend there. It just kind of jumps from one smooth thing to the other. So you are in fact correct. And your final skin, is this a Hive Skin?
Yes. That is a Hive Skin.
You're correct! Alright, can our final contestant come up on stage? Is it a Hive Skin?
I would say it is, yeah.
You are correct. Is this one a Hive Skin?
Yeah.
You're correct. Is it a Hive Skin?
Yeah.
You are correct!
Let's go!
Anyways, I've been your host, Braden Smith, and this was...
Let's go!
Is it a Hive Skin?
I won!
Shut up. What else do Hive Skins do? Well, anything disgusting, really. These are the people that the fireball jump and speed bridging practice games were made for, after all. Count on them abusing game mechanics, of course. That means glitching back onto the map once you've been hit off. Or lag switching. Block hitting. block glitching. Whatever gives them even the slightest advantage over you in a fight is worth abusing mechanics, of course. They love using ladders to negate even the smallest amount of fall damage. Can you fireball jump? That much is important. And you can never forget about unnecessary speed bridging, even when it's not needed. Just do it to flex, you know? Can you even breezely bridge? No need to waste time covering your bed either. Wool will do. You just need to rush a team right away. Oh no! Did you get hit off an edge and you can't glitch back on? Is someone at your base? Why waste the 3 seconds it would take to fall into the void and die, when you can disconnect and reconnect to the game and start the respawn countdown instantaneously? Spamming blocks beneath themselves as they run across bridges for the extra bit of momentum is important. Just look at the beautiful bridges they've created. And when none of that matters, you can turn around and run away from a fight you were just losing on 3 HP. If you want to be the best gamer, it's not actually about skill. You simply need the best equipment. Now, whether this be as basic as playing on an earlier version of the game for better performance, or downloading Lunar Client to boost your frames per second and clicks per second, a true Hive Skin must consider it all. Are you using a lower resolution Bed Wars texture pack in order to boost your frames per second? Do the wool blocks have grids so you can line up your cursor for speed bridging? Are you using Optifine to zoom in and enhance? Does your mouse have 20 buttons? What about Badlion? Maybe Abyss Overlay so you can see all the player's stats and search for the next win streak you're going to destroy? This is a leeway to an upcoming topic, but do you have the Auto GG mod installed so you can farm karma and pretend like you're a nice person? Most Hive Skins will try to make it very apparent to you that their mothers never loved them. This can be done through any number of ways, but it usually comes out in the form of pure rage when these players run into an actual challenge. This means they may trash talk during the game, maybe cry about how people are cross-teaming when 2 teams try to fight them. In general, they just have a very warped sense of reality. These people will spend an entire game pushing you, refusing to let you leave your own base, and once they finally kill you, they'll call you a camper for it. They might call out how you have obsidian so other teams have a heads up against you, which is actual cross-teaming. Spam L's in the chat when they win or lose. Complain when you use an item in the game for its intended purpose, or otherwise just make derogatory statements in general. At the end of the day, the stats are what it's always been about. You don't tell someone GG at the end of the game because you enjoyed the game. You say it because you need the extra karma, man. No. Everybody will know how good you are at the game. How much better you are than them. Forget about fun and any other strategical elements that make gameplay enjoyable. Just bum rush teams at the start of each game over and over so you can reach 100 wins by the end of the day. These are the types of people who join guilds and Discord servers just to learn how to sweat better. And whenever they play around at Bed Wars, they have to make sure that everyone can see how many bed breaks or final kills they have. No normal person they face will ever care about their stats though, and what Hive Skins fail to realize is that winning doesn't make you any less of a loser. If you go to Lobby 1 for Bed Wars, you'll find the worst of these people. The people who only care about winning. These guys don't have actual friends to play with, so they'll search for players whose stats meet their quotas and roll with that instead. Your final kill to death ratio shouldn't determine whether someone is worth playing with or not. But what does my opinion matter anyways? I only have a 2.9 overall KDR. Maybe I should create a Smurf account. Wait, you don't know what a Smurf account is? Well here, let's take a look at the definition. Super lame, right? Be careful with how long you choose to stare at the Lobby 1 chat. You might start to have an aneurysm. Everyone here basically speaks gibberish for some reason. And if you still don't see the correlation between sweat and Hive Skin, I looked at the skins of the players with the most Bed Wars wins for the day. Guess how many were Hive Skins? Not enough proof. Alright, Well, I tallied up the players with the most wins for a week straight, and the results may shock you.
Oh, that's not so much. So?
So, now that you've seen a few examples of what Hive Skins do, why don't we take a look at some more common indicators of a Hive Skin? Chances are, a Hive Skin always has a rank. The worst of the bunch being MVP++, because they care enough about Hypixel to renew a monthly membership on it. Look closely at these players' names. They all share something in common. They look like they're trying to spell a word, but they're incapable of doing so. More often than not, Hive Skins have short and sweet names that sound like they're supposed to mean something, but they rarely ever do. They also tend to have names that are between 3 or 5 characters, usually without random jumbled numbers in their names. Now that you've been watching this video for
16
minutes, I'm sure you might like to know how you can avoid Hive Skins. You can't. I'm just kidding. I've developed a system for detecting super sweats that for the most part usually works. Simply use what I've gone over in a lobby and take a nice look at your fellow players. Are they rocking a Hive Skin? Do they have a cool name? Is there a rank to go along with it? Even more helpful in team games, did they join your lobby with a whole group of players just like them? Do they have matching skins? Now I don't do it, but if you really want a surefire way to identify a sweat, use their own tools against them. Meet Abyss Overlay, loser. Oh wait, you already have. With all of this knowledge now bestowed upon you, there's no way you can Never mind. At the end of the day, it's easy to understand why so many people use Hive Skins, and why they'll only continue to grow in numbers. Times and trends change, and nowadays one can go onto any Minecraft skin website and instantly find a whole catalog of similar looking skins to use. I tried going through skin decks until I could find a page without any Hive Skins, and well, I failed. But hey, I'll admit it, the skins themselves aren't even that bad. They're made to look slick, slim, and appealing, and honestly, a lot of the time they succeed in doing so. And anyone who downloads these skins does so because they probably think the same. I don't really have a problem with the skins themselves. There's nothing wrong with using a skin that you think looks cool in a game. I just couldn't help but notice the common trend of people associated with them, and I finally felt like pointing it out. What I'm trying to say is, this video was made for fun, and just because you think a skin or a name is cute, that doesn't make you a sweaty loser. With that being said, however, if you checked off a lot of the boxes that I mentioned throughout this video, maybe go outside every once in a while. In any case, GG.
LLLL.
Wait a minute.